And that has a place. One of the things that I like to do, though, is I like to memorize the chants, right? And so how are we going to do this? Well, we need to build our skills, right? So there's short form memorization and there's long form memorization. And when it comes to concentration meditation, whether it's a short form memorization or a long form meditation, you'll come across this word mantra. Now, mantra sounds all spiritual and woo woo and all that sort of stuff. And for years, I said, I'm never going to do this, blah, 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 blah. But a friend of mine said, dude, that's the same thing that Gary Weber was sort of on about in his understanding. I don't think that proved true, or I was hearing it the way I wanted to hear it or whatever. But he does talk about needing and wanting a secular tradition, or building a secular tradition, or extracting a secular nature out of things so that it's science, so that we don't require belief. And lo and behold, it turns out that mantra is just an old Sanskrit word, which is the instrument of thinking, right? An instrument for thinking. So take all that stuff out. My objections are gone. Oh, that's what it means? Bam, let's memorize some. So that's what I did. And I wound up memorizing a whole ton of this stuff. And so it started very simply, though, with something called Kirtan Kriya, which is just 4 syllables. Now, you could do it in Chinese, which is a, me, to, fo, or you can do it in the Sanskrit, which is sata, nama. And this is scientifically shown, demonstrated, to improve your memory, focus, and concentration. And it's a very good concentration meditation. So a little mantra, sata, nama. Now, this is a mudra to do it with your hands. You don't have to do it with your hands, but that's how I learned it. And it's very, very powerful. Sata, nama, sata, nama. And then here's the thing. You can get into station skipping. Sa, na, right? And practice that. It's really cool. And it's very much a concentration thing. You have to concentrate and focus on it as you're learning it. You can also do one hand in the other direction. So sata, nama, sata, nama. One is going forward, one is going backwards. And you can do the skipping. Sa, ta, no, sa, na, ta, ma. Oh man, it feels so good. So give that a try. Instrument of thinking. Now, the problem with satanama is I don't find the meaning of satanama very interesting, so I never memorized it. But when I want to use instrumental things to think better, then I have memorized lots from this book and also another book called Evolving Beyond Thought. And even if you just memorize the first 2 lines of the 32 Ribhu Gita passages that are in there, I think you'll find them very, very interesting, because they boil down to, are my thoughts useful? How do they behave? Right? What a beautiful mantra, instrument of thinking, that you can concentrate on, that reveals the nature of your thoughts and neutralizes them instantly, right? So in the Sanskrit, chittameva mahadosham, chittameva hi balakaha, chittameva mahatmayam, chittameva mahanasat. Are my thoughts useful? How do they behave? Well, I started to train myself to do that. I concentrated on reciting that again and again and again and again. And I had a monkey mind, filled with all kinds of unwanted thoughts, torturous, endless memories I didn't want to have. Those 2 things have removed it almost completely. And when it happens, 2 questions. Are my thoughts useful? How do they behave? And then you inquire from there. I think doing it in the Sanskrit is really, really important, because it gives it an extra layer of lens, so to speak, an extra lens that distances yourself even more and gives you this kind of distance so that you can see it for what it really is. Anyway, I give that to you. And to memorize it, please get the free memory kit at magneticmerrymethod.com if you don't have it already, or take the masterclass to learn how to memorize, because there's more to memorize and it's so much fun. It liberates you so much.